Welcome to Nation Now. I'm Pradeep Nambiar, and one of the shows that we're having to motivate the youth of the country, to motivate the youth of Maharashtra, motivate the youth of Mumbai, and that's spirituality and management. Spirituality and management, because the management today needs to fuse, as this particular government believes, the ancient scriptures, the leadership in ancient scriptures with the modern principles of management. So in leadership, we have Lord Krishna, Lord Ram, जो जितने बड़े leaders mentioned in our old Purans and inscriptions will be fused with the management of today. Today when we talked to Mr. Narendra Modi when he's the Chief Minister of Gujarat, we talked to him on what is the purpose of life. We told him we want to interview on a spirituality and management, a program to inspire the youth of today. He readily agreed. And when we talked out to him, he mentioned in the interview like this. He said the purpose of our existence, the purpose of life, with the youth should identify with itself. Narendra Modi said in a beautifully, a thing that come out from the heart. It says, मैं कभी पाने के सपने नहीं देखता हूँ, मैं सिर्फ करने के सपने देखता हूँ. पाने के ललक में असंतोष छुपा रहता है, करने के ललक में संतोष है. जहाँ संतोष है वहाँ आनंद है, जहां आनंद है वहां उमंग है, और बिना उमंग के क्या जीना. Now this comes, you have to live, the youth of today, the management students who fuse modern management with our ancient Purans, our ancient Vedas, our Bhagavad Gita, learning something from them. Will learn something from Modi when it's spontaneous purpose of life. It just springs out of him when he says, पाने के सपने नहीं देखता हूं, मैं सिर्फ करने के सपने देखता हूं. पाने के ललक में असंतोष छुपा रहता है, करने के ललक में संतोष है, जहां संतोष है वहां आनंद है, जहां आनंद है वहां उमंग है, और बिना उमंग के क्या जीना. Look at the chief minister at that time and the current prime minister. In depth, the heart fully tinged in spirituality, knows his purpose of life, knows that work has to be. When we fall, the entire program of today is to motivate the youth of today towards what should be the purpose and ideals of life, what leadership they should emulate, what is their swadharma, what is motivation, what is success, what is failures, and walk of life, how it should be. So when we came to the second aspect of spiritual significance for every youth, when we asked Narendra Modi ji, ki, what kind of leadership you believe in? The first spontaneous answer was the leadership inspired by Jatayu from Ramayana. He talked about Jatayu from Ramayana. He gave an example because Jatayu knew that he could not win over Ravan, because Ravan was escaping with Sita. So Narendra Modi explains to us that Jatayu is an inspiration because ये जानकर भी कि वो रावण से संघर्ष नहीं कर पाएंगे, रावण से जीत नहीं पाएंगे, उन्होंने संघर्ष किया, जटायु से संघर्ष किया, लड़े, रावण से लड़े, जटायु ने रावण से लड़े. In the process, he got harmed, he fell down, but he said that inspiration is the will to fight evil, the will to fight against injustice, the will to fight against people who are wrongdoers, irrespective of how strong they are, how strong will do it. This is inspiration. Now, when we talk about management today, taking leadership, current management has to take some examples out of our ancient Vedic structures. Ramayana, Mahabharata, inspiration, Lord Krishna and inspiration. Narendra Modi goes on to say Jatayu, yes, because Jatayu fought against wrong. Jatayu fought for righteousness. Jatayu fought for upholding righteousness, even knowing that he couldn't win. Second important thing that he said is collective leadership. Narendra Modi talked to us about how collective leadership can influence. Collective leadership, in the sense, he gave a greatest example of Lord Krishna picking up the Govardhan Parvat. जिस प्रकार से गोवर्धन पर्वत को उठाए, भगवान कृष्ण ने गोवर्धन पर्वत को उठाए और ग्वाल बाल जो उनके साथ थे उन सबको बोला कि आप भी उंगली अपने काठी से एक छोटा सा लकड़ी लेके इस पर्वत को आप टच करो. That was collective leadership portrayed by Narendra Modi. Narendra Modi was inspired by Lord Krishna, Bhagwan Krishna, lifting the Govardhan Parvat. He was a god, he could do it all on his own. But he gave the credit to all the gwalbalas around him. That is said inspiration of collective leadership. Collective leadership किस प्रकार से होना चाहिए? Lord Krishna is a fantastic collective leadership. He could do it alone, but he made the gwalbalas along make believe that they are lifting the Govardhan Parvat. Now, this is what our management students have to learn in every aspect of management. The youth have to learn in every aspect of youth. During the process, we also interviewed Ram Jethmalani. We talked what is the ultimate purpose of life, and then that's what Ram Jethmalani said, that the youth should live their life guided by their finite intellect and inspired by love. He said, if you are born with a golden spoon, the golden spoon doesn't last forever. Now that is what the youth should, in the current scenario, find out. Mr. Modi's background, from where he came, fighting his way up, right from rags to riches story. And then we have people at the same side along the spectrum of political leadership who are born with a golden spoon. If the golden spoon is not matched with hard work and a continuous vision and continuous movement towards the vision, having goals for the community, having goals for the country, having goals for the party that you belong to, and if you don't match that kind of strategy of leadership that Mr. Modi talks of, collective leadership, inspiring leadership, dedication, hard work, how do you fall? You need to be competitive. Collective leadership as influence. Then he talked about how Mahatma Gandhi is an inspiration. He said when he looks at spiritual leadership, Narendra Modi ji bole ki I am influenced by Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi because his simplicity, his collective vision, his collective approach involving the whole country. When Mahatma Gandhi came into politics, that is the only time that the entire nation followed him. Across race, caste, color or religion that you talk about. Continuously. That's the vision that we talk about. That is what we want to. That is what Narendra Modi teaches the young. And he said what greater inspiration it could be. Inspiration where he talks about leadership of Lord Krishna, of collective leadership. He talks about himself, a collective sangathan, then a collective vision and a collective movement towards the common goal. Having a common goal, having a sangathan, having a collective move the man, material and all the resources towards a common goal. That is collective leadership all about. He said the youth should always believe that, he believes that he should be a small lamp that guides the people. He is open to criticism. In this program he told out, you need to be open to criticism. You need to people let out the faults within you. He said, I want people to point out the faults within me. I want people to know me, let me know what are wrongs that I have committed so that I can redeem myself, I can improve myself. Now, when we have this kind of leadership, that's what the youth is looking towards. During the course of time, when we said we spoke to also Karan Singh, who was a great Congress leader, is still. So his vision, he said the ultimate purpose of life is dharma, artha, kama, moksha, the 4 pillars of Purushartha. First is protection of dharma, protection of righteousness. Second, he says artha, because unless you earn money, how are you going to give it back to the world? Dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Collective, जिस प्रकार से धर्म, फर्स्ट प्रोटेक्शन ऑफ राइटियसनेस, दूसरे बोले अर्थ, आप जब तक अर्थ पैसे नहीं कमाओगे तो समाज में आप बांटोगे कैसे? Ram Jethmalani pins up, he says, unless you earn money, you cannot go on begging with a begging bowl to the people, asking for money. You have to earn money. The second pillar, earth, earning money. Unless you earn money, you cannot give it to the society. Third, calm. He says, enjoyment is not forbidden in any religion. You need to enjoy. Every moment has to be a source of enjoyment. You need to be happy. ऐसे अपने गमों का नमाइश न कर, अपने नसीब का आजमाइश न कर, जो तेरा है तेरे पास खुद ही आ जाएगा, उसे रोज पाने की ख्वाहिश न कर, तकदीर बदल जाती है अपने आप ही है दोस्त, मुस्कुराना सीख ले, वजह की तलाश न कर. Inspiration, success. What is success? What are failures? And how the youth should overcome this point of success and failures. Success is getting what you want, achieving what you want, the goals that you set for yourself, time-bound, which you have achieved. Failures. The youth of today need to understand how are they going to take on the failures affecting them. Is failure a stepping stone to success? This is जिस प्रकार से एक एक हमारे जो गुरु है, संत महाराज महात्मा है, जिस प्रकार से हमको गाइड करते हैं कि what are failures and how does the youth come over the failures. Because today the incidences of suicide, the incidences of people getting into a called a depression mode, not able to perform their daily routine and daily things because they believe success is. So how our gurus, management gurus, our great leaders from the ancient Puranas talk about leadership. They talk about how Krishna, his entire life was spread in absolute failures, miseries and sadness. Born in a jail, loses his kingdom, fights and loses his kingdom time and again. So this is an inspiration, how old leadership can be an inspiration today. When you talk about leadership, a leadership needs to be multi-specialist. That's what they say. A multi-specialist kind of leadership can be found in Lord Krishna. He never stopped to do any job. He never considered any job menial. He never considered any job unworthy. He was ready to perform. He was ready to do anything that he wanted. It could be that, जो घोड़ाओं को चारा खिलाना, feeding the horses, feeding the cows. He did that. He also washed Yudhishthir's feet in the Rajasuya Yagya when they wanted to proclaim him the king. Then he also was a warrior king. He fought wars. He danced. He played music. He played the flute. That's called a multi-specialist. The leader as on today, as per management gurus, right from Narendra Modi to various management gurus, Swami Sukhabodhananda, everybody talks about the great inspiration of Lord Krishna as a leader. He is a multi-specialist. That is what we want to. Life, they say, is a riddle wrapped in a mystery inside an enigma. Our entire program is conferred upon leadership, and this leadership is inspired by Lord Krishna, a multi-specialist, always in gloom, always in sadness, but his flute, his inspiration, the more he was in depression, the more he was losing, he always displayed one of the greatest multi-specialist qualities in him. Now, when we talk about, this is what we want the youth to emulate. आज के जो नौजवान पीढ़ी है, उनको इंस्पायर करने का ये कार्यक्रम है. मैनेजमेंट है, स्पिरिचुअलिटी है, सक्सेस है, फेलियर्स है, उसको कैसे हम उससे आगे बढ़े, उसको हम कैसे हमारे लीडर्स को इम्यूलेट करके कैसे आगे बढ़कर एक अपने आप को एक स्थान पहुंचाए, देश को एक स्थान पहुंचाए. We, during this course of the program, will be interviewing a lot of great management gurus. We're trying to fuse ancient management, modern management with ancient philosophy, the Vedic philosophy, inspiration from the Bhagavad Gita, from the Ramayana, various other old Vedic texts. These leaders, we talk about Narendra Modi this time, we'll talk about much more leaders who has inspired the people, inspired the nation, given a common goal, got collective leadership, motivated the whole country and achieved their goals. That's all from Pradeep Nambiar. We will keep meeting every day with this program on spirituality and management, basically to motivate the youth of the country. The youth needs to know the direction. The youth needs to know the Swadharma. The youth needs to know the purpose of their existence. Youth need to know how success, to take over success and how to behave in failures. The youth need to motivate themselves. Youth need to have the goals and ambitions. That's all from Pradeep Nambiar, Nation Now. Keep meeting again every day with the same program, Management and Spirituality.